They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Cowboys.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
He's in 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Jackson from the shotgun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obvious.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards on the ground. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And so 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Edwards. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson eluding, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Dallas.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air again, Prescott.
7-yard line.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. And a Cowboy first down.
They'll throw again, Prescott. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
That catch was simply spectacular. These guys are athletic marvels nowadays, these receivers, the way they go up and get the football and to one-hand catch it the way they do, they really work at their game.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Back at the 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down.
Gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Greg Zuerlein.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brought down, back at it.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the block.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Prescott. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Prescott yet again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Prescott on 1st down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Complete.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the 4-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
A loss of a yard.
They go to Elliott again. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
To C.D. Lamb.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Ravens 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off 4th down.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jalen Smith. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the
throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Baltimore. Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
5-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. He's picked off in his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Ravens 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gregory on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
14, 13.
From the gun, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Down, Dallas.
Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
And it's 3 and out.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Baltimore.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not much there, only a yard.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game, 28 all. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
3rd down.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. He'll change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And down to the 20. A huge play there in overtime. 53 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tavon Young in on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. That they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Dallas, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, like you know. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that. Sorry, like you know. Okay. Yeah. When I hit that.
you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bearing a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up there and I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'm gonna throw that cash to my money. Pick it and go. Pick it and go. Step on, spin move, is on. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, is on. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them.
Step on, spin move, is on. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin move, is on. Scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now, read on with the gang now, they're here with a lane now, my home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal.
Step on,